Now the final thing to talk about in this episode, final kind of subject, the Ravens press conference. They finally had the OTAs with the media members, and Lamar Jackson talked, Todd Monken talked. They talked about Lamar has been given the keys to the offense. Joshua, what do you think that means?
Oh man, the same thing that's been going on in Cincinnati. The key's been given to Joe Burrow since day one. Him and Zach Taylor, they seem like a happy married couple. The way they come together, man. So even today, I don't know if guys saw the clip. Todd Monken was coming out the tunnel with Lamar Jackson. I said, hey, y'all see this, right? This this is my first time. You got your guy. Y'all can shut it down. He's here. When you hear Todd Monken talking about, hey man, listen, the keys are going to be given to Lamar Jackson. If he sees a blitz, or you see a wide receiver can do something else like that, he can call the audibles. This is something we've been waiting for a long time. I mean, and we've always said that, in almost every end of the game live show or even recording, it seemed like in that Greg Roman's offense, he was limited. He wasn't even given a second play, a check down play. It's like, hey, we're gonna run this, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we're gonna try to run the ball again on 2nd and 14. So when you hear your offensive coordinator, when you hear your quarterback talking about how giving high praise to your offensive coordinator being very vocal, um, and just being so intuitive and just being uh giving out so much information, and you got your guys are tuning in, that's a recipe. uh, that's a great recipe for anything that you're trying to cook, man, because you got working pieces coming together. So I definitely feel like we're going to see another step of Lamar's game, because some things we always talked about, is the forced throws, or the frustration interceptions, or him trying to make something out of nothing. Him coming over, getting on the phone call like, hey, they know our cadence, they know our plays, by XYZ formation. So now we're going to see if Lamar Jackson can take that step up as that QB and as that leader of that offense, and say, hey man, I'm seeing XYZ. calling Louisville, Florida, whatever, 305 hot boy, whatever the hot read is. We get to see that now. We get to see that. So, I'm hoping with this, I'm hoping with being given the keys, for this offense, that he ascends in a more positive way that he has been doing already.
Yeah, I think make your quarterback happy. Give him the ability to do what he wants sometimes, right? We've talked about it before. When his career was towards the end, Big Ben, his offense sucked. Matt Canada, I'm glad the Pittsburgh Steelers re-signed him, but he sucks. He's like atrocious. But he was the offensive coordinator, and it was like he would be calling stuff, and Big Ben was like, dude, this sucks. And then he'd basically like, he didn't actually do it, but he turned off the mic and said, all right, let's do what I want to do. Let's run some no huddle. And then I felt like every time I was watching the Steelers, it'd be like middle of the first quarter, they've already had 2 3 and outs. Then you see Big Ben go no huddle, drive down, score a touchdown. That's the type of thing we want to see out of Lamar Jackson. Maybe not just him saying, all right, Tom Monken, shut up and let me do what I want, but more just like, hey, I'm kind of feeling this, right? Hey, Mark, we've been feeling it, right? We see Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce do it, right?
Yeah.
How do they score a field goal in 13 seconds? Travis Kelce goes up to him and goes, hey man, they're second off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step inside, you're gonna hit me right away. Boom. And Mahomes goes, okay, let's look for it. Make the signal if it happens. Travis Kelce looks over, signal, Mahomes snap, throw, first down, field goal, game. That's how it worked. Lamar will now get that opportunity to really try and do some things like that, because Greg Roman was sitting up in that box, and there
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of communication with him, and people were just frustrated at all times. Wide receivers coming to Lamar, come on, what do you got to do this? Running backs getting pissed. Guys not being used. Lamar may be able to say, hey, you know what? Let's bring this guy out here. Let's use him. Hey, I want to take a deep shot here. Okay, let's do it. I think Todd Monken wants to let Lamar be Lamar for the first time. Really, anybody's allowed that, and we're going to see just how great he can be. And I think it's going to be spectacular.
Man, listen, man. If we get Louisville Lamar, man, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. You know,
Yes,
he was
sir.
living his life. He was working out. He was doing his thing. Now, come on now, come on now.
Yeah. Future NFL wide receiver, quarterback of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. It's good to see it, man. I mean, we got him for 5 more years, man. You know, we if y'all haven't already seen the episode, go double back, check it out again when we talked about the 5 year outlook of Lamar Jackson. Shameless. I don't care, man. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in there, but we talked about what what these next 5 years could look like. With Lamar Jackson at the helm, man. And I feel like Ravens fans always get excited. I know myself. I'm getting excited for the simple fact that you have a dynamic player still in the facility when everybody was worrying over the all season if we'll have him or not. I mean, a part of me was worried a little bit, and a part of me was like, all right, if we got to rebuild, let's take this next 3 years to rebuild and let's get a great quarterback. But man, it's good to know that we got a franchise QB. It's good to know that he finally got an offensive coordinator that he feels comfortable with, and he looks happy. That's
Yeah.
that's one thing that always concerned me. You saw the frustrations. You saw him trying to be the political media man like John Harbaugh, but you saw a lot of smiles and grins today. And of course, there's going to be frustrations during the regular season, but for the most part, I feel like you're going to see another step in his leadership take over this upcoming season.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you want to bring up, Joshua, as we kind of wrap up this episode?
Yeah, absolutely. So y'all, Ravens family, this is still the month of May. This is mental health awareness month. If you guys are on Twitter, Instagram, I don't know if y'all all familiar with Hot Boy Chucky, aka Purple Rain Arrow on Twitter. He recently committed suicide. All I say is, send prayers, love to his family, man. And if you're ever going through something, please have a friend, family member, someone to talk to. If y'all do not follow me on Twitter already, it's Sky's the Limit 39. I am a life coach. If you just ever just want to speak on anything, man, because at the end of the day, man, we all need each other outside of this game of football. I mean, I know it brings some calmness, but we still deal with real life situations, and don't let whatever is bringing you down consume you to the point that you want to take your life. So stay strong, be blessed, get ready for Ravens, get ready for this upcoming season, and y'all have a good one, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure to see all you guys again next week. Hopefully good news happens, but thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening. Subscribe, and we'll see all of you again next time.